What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today is January 15th, Super Tuesday in the college basketball world. A lot of big games tonight, even a top 10 matchup in Virginia Tech at Virginia. Should be a really fun game there. But before I get into that, I want to talk about my Twitter. I got a Twitter. Hilly Hoops is the handle. I do a lot of predictions like I do in these videos. I also talk about other things in the college basketball world and just weigh in on some things. So go follow that right now. And then after that, go ahead and subscribe down below, and then like this video after you've watched it. So for the first game tonight, Seton Hall at Providence. Two teams that I think match up pretty well. Providence is 0-3 in the Big East. They've lost 3 in a row. Seton Hall's 3-2 in the Big East. They got a good matchup in Miles Powell versus Alpha Diallo. Powell of Seton Hall averaging almost 23 points per game. Diallo averaging almost 17.5 for the Friars. I think that'll be a good matchup there. I think Diallo will do a great job guarding Powell. I think he'll limit him under his points per game that Powell averages. Seton Hall only shoots 32% from 3, and they're not a great rebounding team. And I think Providence will take advantage of that. They'll get on the boards and do a great job there. And I think they'll have a big shooting night, average almost 37% from 3. So I think they're bound to have a night where they shoot well. So I like Providence at home against Seton Hall. Next game, Arkansas versus number 3 Tennessee. Arkansas goes to Tennessee. They have Gafford, a big guy for them, a forward who averages 17.5. He matches up well with one of the 3 bigs for Tennessee, which is why I still like Tennessee in this game. Arkansas is going to have to win the rebound battle, but I don't think they can. They got Gafford down low, but he can only match up against Williams or Alexander or Schofield. So I think Tennessee is going to do some damage on the offensive boards, and they just got too much height and size. And they're at home too, and they're playing well, won 10 in a row. So I like Tennessee in this game. Next one we got Florida versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State's dropped to 24th in the country. Florida's unranked with a record of 9-6 and 1-2 in the SEC. Mississippi State is 0-2 in the SEC. I think we see Mississippi State bounce back tonight. We got Kevon Allen of Florida versus Quindary Weatherspoon of Mississippi State, 2 leading guards for their team, seniors. They've been going at it for 4 years. They know each other well. That should be a fun matchup to watch. Mississippi State shoots really well from the field, 48% and 38% from 3. They're back at home. I like them to have a great shooting night against a weaker Florida team. I like Mississippi State in this game. Next one we got Kentucky at Georgia. Kentucky's number 12 now. They go on the road. They struggled in their first road game in the SEC. They lost at Alabama. I think they learned a lot from that game. I think Calipari learned a lot more about his team from that game. They do have to keep Crump from hitting threes tonight because he's been known to go off and hit a couple threes, especially at home where he's used to shooting the ball. And they got to keep Claxton off the offensive rebounds. I think they will. They're a big team. They do a good job rebounding. They're going to have to get some offensive boards and create some offense off that. So I like Kentucky on the road in this game, but I think it will be close. Next game, number 16, Buffalo at Western Michigan. Buffalo's 15-1. Western Michigan is 6-10. C.J. Massenburg is going to be too much for Buffalo and company, so I'd like them to win that game. And I also think Buffalo could possibly go undefeated in the MAC or possibly come out with 1 loss in the MAC. So look for Buffalo to have a big conference season throughout the rest of the year. Next game, we got West Virginia at TCU. West Virginia's lost 4 straight. Offense is struggling, averaging 10 less points per game in Big 12 play than they were in non-conference play. I think that's just a result of them playing better teams, especially in the Big 12. Big 12 is not even that great of a defensive conference, but West Virginia is just seeing a higher level of play, which is why their offensive numbers are going down. As also, Kanate's been out, not sure when he's going to come back. TCU has lost 2 in a row, but played good in a close loss at Kansas and then a close loss against Oklahoma. So I think TCU gets back on track tonight, finally gets on the win category. They handle the ball well. They limit turnovers. So I like TCU in this game. Next one we got Rutgers at Purdue. Carson Edwards is scary at home, along with Ryan Klein. They're two best shooting guys on their team. I think they're going to have a big shooting night, especially from three back in Lafayette. Rutgers, a team 1-4 in Big Ten. I don't think they're going to be able to match up with Purdue. I like Purdue at home in this one. Next one, we got the big game tonight, number 9 Virginia Tech at number 4 Virginia. A really fun game, battle of the backcourts. Virginia Tech's got Alexander Walker and Justin Robinson versus Kyle Guy and Ty Jerome. Arguably two of the best backcourts in the country. I've been saying it all year about these backcourts. We finally get to see them match up. Question is, will Virginia's defense prove too much for Virginia Tech? Virginia Tech struggled to score the ball on the road against Georgia Tech the other night. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think we got two great shooting teams here. Both shoot over 40% from three. However, I think Virginia wins the rebounding battle, and I think their defense is going to shake up Virginia Tech's offense a little bit. So I like Virginia at home to stay undefeated against Virginia Tech. Next one we got NC State at Wake Forest. NC State's dropped to 17th. They escaped versus Pitt the other day. I don't know if Wyatt Walker was ejected for what he did, but I think this is a big game for them on the road. Any game on the road is a tough one to win, especially in the ACC. I think they got too many big guards, though. They got Dorn, Bryce, and Daniels. We'll see if Markel Johnson plays. I'm not sure. But either way, I like the big guards of NC State in this game. They do have to watch out for Brandon Childress of Wake Forest. He shoots well from three, and he's the key for their offense, so they're going to have to limit him if they want to win this game, and I think they do, which is why I like NC State in this one. Next one, number 15, Marquette at Georgetown. Very fun matchup. Marquette goes on the road. Always tough to win on the road in the Big East. Who's going to stop Marcus Howard for Georgetown is the question. I don't know if Akeem Joe can. I think he'll be the one guarding him. We'll see. Marcus Howard's been playing well of late, shooting really well. And the question for Marquette is who's going to stop Jesse Govin. He's a center for them, 6'10", averages 20 and 10, I believe. He is a key for them. He can stretch the floor. Someone's going to have to keep him off the offensive glass. But I think Georgetown's defense allows too many points. They allow almost 80 points per game. I think Marquette, with Howard and the Hauser brothers, I think they're going to put a little beating on Georgetown when it comes to the offensive side of things. So I like Marquette on the road against Georgetown. Then we got number 10, Nevada. Nevada visits Boise State. Boise State, top of the Mountain West. They're 3-0, but they're 8-8 overall, not as good as they look. Nevada is going to attack the boards there. Boise State is a very weak rebounding team. I like Nevada to get this win, mostly because of their firepower with the Martin brothers and Caroline down low. So I like Nevada in that game. Next one we got Notre Dame at UNC. UNC coming off their worst home loss, I believe, under Roy Williams. I think they'll bounce back tonight. Notre Dame's a very young team, like I've been talking about all year. Gibbs did not play the other day. He's coming off an illness. He might not be back to full strength. But I think what really did UNC in the other day was Louisville's pressure defensive-wise. They weren't able to get in anything. I don't think Notre Dame's going to be able to match up as well defensively against UNC. I like UNC at home against Notre Dame. UNC will bounce back, so I like them in that one. Final game tonight, another great game. Two really hot teams. LSU at number 18, Ole Miss. Ole Miss has won 10 in a row, just beat a couple of good teams, Mississippi State and Auburn. Two back-to-back wins against top 25 teams. So they do a lot. They can score a lot. It's going to be a high scoring game. Both teams average 80 points per game, around there. Ole Miss has got three guys that can explode in Hinson and Davis and Schubert, and they get to the free throw line a lot, which is why I think Ole Miss is going to win this game. But LSU has a lot of guys that can score. They got three guys that average over 13 points per game in Skylar Mays and Tremont Waters in the backcourt. So we'll see who wins that one. and forward Naz Reid as well, averages over 13. LSU struggles with turnovers. I think Ole Miss is going to do a good job turning them over tonight. And Ole Miss, I think, is going to have a big shooting night at home. They're playing well, got a lot of confidence, so I like Ole Miss in this one. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Seriously, go check out my Twitter, Haley Hoops. Comment down below, like this video, subscribe as well. And thanks for watching.